In 2019, I bought a new Mac. Doing so got me a free year of Apple TV+. Now, Apple had advertised some shows that I was curious about, but this streamer was doing things a bit different than the larger ones like Amazon, Netflix, and Hulu. Apple didn't come out the gate with a massive catalog of past projects or other people's IP. They came out with a solid stable of shows that they clearly put a ton of time, money, and care into. I hadn't planned on picking up yet another subscription service, but since I got it with my computer, I decided to jump on the opportunity to watch as many of the shows as I could. One of the shows that caught my eye was Servant. It had a really cool trailer, dripping with mood. It stars Lauren Ambrose, Toby Kebbell, and Rupert Grint. These actors have all done some solid work in the past, but were not names that generally catch my attention as must jump on their projects. What did catch my attention was the executive producer and one of the primary directors, M. Night Shyamalan. Shyamalan is a guy who came out the gate swinging hard. He took over the pop culture world with The Sixth Sense. His subsequent films were met with mixed results, and some of them flat out hated by general audiences. Now, I don't mean to pile on the guy. I say this because, despite the less than great entries on his resume, Shyamalan is a director I'm interested in following. It's clear the guy has talent and knows how to direct. I'm not sure what went wrong with a lot of these movies. But I was waiting for him to make something of a comeback. Servant is that comeback. Tony Bascalop is the show creator who also wrote 20 of the 23 existing episodes. Bascalop's scripts are tight, tense, and unique. Shyamalan directed the first episode and set the style, tone, and look of the whole thing. I was so excited watching the camera move slowly through the gorgeous but somehow unsettling Philadelphia house the main characters, the Turners, occupy. The look of the show grabbed me and the strong writing kept me. I devoured the whole first season in a couple days. Servant follows Sean and Dorothy Turner. Sean, Toby Kebbell, in his best role, is a famous chef who makes a comfortable living working from home. Dorothy, played by Lauren Ambrose, is a news anchor on leave from her job as a reporter. The Turners had a child, Jericho, who died at just 13 weeks old. Dorothy had a psychotic break at the loss of her child. A therapist recommends the couple get a reborn doll. For those not in the know, a reborn doll is an incredibly realistic doll of a baby. It's so realistic that the doll itself is creepy. It's a therapy tool that was intended to help Dorothy slowly let go. Only Dorothy never lets go. She's convinced the doll is actually her son. So much so that she talks to her husband into hiring a nanny for when Dorothy returns to work. The nanny, Leanne Grayson, played by Nell Tiger Free, is instructed to play along with Dorothy's delusion by Sean. Sean's trying to protect his wife, but feels trapped that this has gone on for far too long and there's no end in sight. He's put off by Leanne. She has a quiet way about her and is very religious. She plays her role to a T, even keeping it up when Dorothy's not around. This drives Sean insane, though given the context of the show, I should say not literally. Sean goes into Jericho's room and sees that the reborn doll is now a living, breathing baby boy. That right there should be enough to grab you, and that's just the first episode of the entire series. The entire first season a mystery of what's actually going on. Who is Leanne Grayson? Where did this baby come from? And what's going to happen to Dorothy's fragile mental state when they finally figure everything out? If they do. The plot thickens and dives deeper and deeper as things go. Season 1 walks this awesome line of stringing you along while feeding you just enough to keep you from getting frustrated. Apple was kind enough to give us press access to the second season of Servant. Don't worry, we're going to stay away from spoilers. Season 2 picks up immediately after the events of Season 1. Things are moving fast as Sean and Dorothy's brother, Julian Pierce, scramble to cover up some of the shady things they did in the course of the first season. There's legal implications as well as the potential collapse of Dorothy's mental state. The two male leads could be facing jail time and Dorothy could lose it completely. The husband and brother always thought they were acting in Dorothy's best interest, but every lie and cover-up gets them deeper and deeper. Julian does a great job of acting worldly, like he has it all under control, while leading Sean down some paths that no person in their right mind would wander, which is entirely the point. These guys are panicking. They are not in their right mind. The show fully acknowledges the insane circumstances while never making it feel like a wink and nod to the audience. Quick side note, Julian Pierce is played by Rupert Grint in his absolute best role since he was one of the three leads in the incredibly popular Harry Potter franchise. I didn't really care for him in any of the movies he's done since the Potter movies, but he is great in this. Servant's airing new episodes every Friday for the next 10 weeks. The runtime is short, so catching up and staying up to date is very manageable. The episodes come in right around 27-33 minutes. The shorter runtime also helps keep the tension and pace up. Apple TV Plus is a really strong streamer and reminds me a lot of what HBO used to be compared to the cable packages before the streaming wars took over. It takes everything up in scope, quality, production value, and talent. M. Night Shyamalan is at a height we have not seen him in since The Sixth Sense, and Tony Bascala, and you named me, hopefully I'm saying it right, is a writer to keep an eye on. Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe to our channel. So Wizard Podcast can be found every single week wherever you get your podcasts. SoWizardPodcast.com is your resource for reviews, recommendations, merchandise videos, and more. We love hearing feedback, so drop us a note in the comments or leave us something on social media. All of our accounts can be found after the show and in the show notes.